Welcome to this YouTube channel, K-Leaders. I'm Francis Chan. In this episode, I would like to share with you the option of closing down a Hong Kong company by way of application for deregistration. Application for deregistration is a common means to close down a Hong Kong company, and this can be evidenced by the figures shown in the screen. Why it's so common is because it looks simpler and cheaper. However, there are disadvantages for choosing this option. Before the company is formally deregistered, it is still regarded as a normal registered company and still have to comply with all the ongoing compliance requirements. And the company, if they want to return capital to shareholders, is still required to comply with the capital reduction process. Any aggrieved party who are not happy with the deregistration can apply to the court to reinstate the deregistration. Once the application is approved, the position of the company, its directors and officers will be reinstated as if the deregistration has never happened. So quite a number of clients are not happy with this kind of long tail. So how to proceed with an application for deregistration? There are some conditions that the applicant company must comply with. The first is that all the shareholders should approve the application. Some clients come to me and said, Francis, some shareholders do disappear, died, or dissolved. They are not able to get approval from all the shareholders. If so, can this option be available to them? The answer is no, because the ordinance mentioned that all shareholders have to approve. So there's no exception, and this option, is not available to you. The other condition is the company should have never commenced operations or have ceased business for more than 3 months. The company must not have any outstanding liabilities at the date of application. The companies can still have assets left behind, but these assets at the date of deregistration will become bona vacantia and become general revenue of the Hong Kong SAR government. Since the registry has recognized that quite some applicant companies do not carefully look at their outstanding position before applying for deregistration. So, when the new company's ordinance comes into effect on the 3rd of March 2014, there are new conditions attached to the application. These include the company should not be a party to any existing legal proceedings, and the company should not have any assets consisting of any immovable property situated in Hong Kong, provided that there are no unforeseen circumstances, including in obtaining tax clearance. The application for the registration normally takes about 6 to 9 months to complete. To start off, the company needs to apply for tax clearance at the tax authority. Once tax clearance is granted, a notice of no objection will be issued by the tax authority. With this notice, the company can apply to the company registry for the registration. Once the application is approved by the company registry, the registry will arrange for advertising 2 notices in the Hong Kong SAR Government Gazette. The first notice is to give 3 months notice to the public to object to the application. If there is no objection within the 3 months time period, the registry will advertise the second notice. Once that second notice is advertised, the company is immediately deregistered. You are reminded that anyone who knowingly or recklessly gives any false or misleading information to registrar companies in a material aspect, they will commit an offense and will be subject to fine and imprisonment. Application for deregistration looks simpler and cheaper. However, it has a long tail of 20 years and is not a way to return capital to shareholders. It is also not a preferred option in certain circumstances, such as the company has potential liability. Then, members' voluntary liquidation will be a more clear-cut option for you to consider. This is the end of this episode, and it's also the end of our corporate restructuring series. Thank you for your continued support to my 12 episodes in the corporate restructuring series, and hope to receive your continued support in my next episode, which is about employees-related issues. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please give us a like and subscribe and share with your friends. Look forward to your continued support. See you next time. Bye-bye.